Junior, congratulations on becoming the first ambassador of Wallsend, and keep up the good work, mate. Thanks.
Once a very famous singer in my own right, but here's a man who surpassed me. I heard him about 8 months ago now at the Gosforth Park Hotel. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much. Forget Pavarotti. Here's your man.
Please take me home to the River Tyne. I'm still waiting my visa to go to Newcastle. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أهلا بكم في برنامج نيوكاسل مع وليد. معنا اليوم ضيف مميز من طبعا كنا نتمنى أن الحلقة تكون بعد فوز، لكن إن شاء الله المرة القادمة أمام كريستال إن شاء الله. معنا اليوم ضيف مميز، المطرب الفنان المعروف في مدينة نيوكاسل وبريطانيا، جونيور تيرنر. الاسم الأول ديفيد. welcome to the show of Newcastle with وليد. We have canny guest Junior Tierner, first appearance Newcastle with وليد, and from his gesture he gifted us the new theme, first theme after the takeover, Bank of the River Tyne. Welcome, Junior.
Welcome, thank you very much. What a lovely welcome. And can I just start by saying I'm absolutely thrilled that you're going to use my new song as your theme. It's honestly, it's just amazing. Wow. Thank you.
No, actually, all the thank to you, because I really love the song, and I swear to God, since I was first time I hear it, when I talk to you, until now I'm listening to it. It's really, really emotional, and I love it. And it was played last night again in the game. So tell us about this, David.
Yeah.
So, sorry, you want me to call you David or Junior Tierner?
You call me whatever you like. I'm easy. Normally it's only Mum who calls us David, but when I've done something wrong. But
so I'm not your mom, and you didn't do something wrong. So let's say Junior Tierner. Tierner is okay.
Yeah. Yesterday they played it against West Ham a couple of games ago, but I wasn't at the game. But yesterday, I was at the game, and it was played just before they introduced the new owners, and the atmosphere at the game was just amazing. I've never seen an atmosphere like that for, wow, that picture says it all. It was just amazing, and they played the song, and to think, in all these years to come, people are going to be talking about that day that the takeover happened. But my song was played on that day. So for Newcastle supporters, it's special. But for me as a Newcastle supporter and have my song played, wow, incredible.
This is history record. It will be recorded in history. First game in the new year of Newcastle. So that's why I'm thrilled really for the song. Will be in my show for a team.
Wow!
How you feel? How you are feeling? You are, because as I remember when we chat before, you said they played in West Ham game, but you weren't there. This is first time you are there.
Yeah, I've had my season ticket since 1990. I was there when Kevin Keegan got us promoted to the Premier League. I was brought in, I was born and raised watching the Entertainers, watching Kevin Keegan football, and then when the first takeover, when Mike Ashley came in, initially, obviously we wanted to see what would happen, but as it turned out, it wasn't good football. A lot of bad decisions were made, and basically, I just fell out of love with the club, and I didn't want to. It wasn't nice to be there anymore. It wasn't a nice atmosphere. It wasn't something to look forward to anymore, and so I just chose not to be there. And it was sad because, like I say, the song got played against West Ham, and I just didn't want to be there because Mike Ashley was there. Really.
Turner, I want to ask you about when were you? Where were you when the takeover was about to happen, and what you did back then?
It came out of the blue, really, over here in the UK, because we had watched there was the court case, the cat case was happening, and so I think there was 30,000 Newcastle fans watching that court case, which was unbelievable. And then we were told it was going to be put back till 2022. for the arbitration. So no one expected it, to be honest, because there was nothing. We were all thinking, well, this is it now until January. We're just going to have to put up with Steve Bruce and Mike Ashley. And then all of a sudden, this out of the blue, the takeover's happening, and I'm like, really? And I'm trying to think where I was at the time when I got the phone call. Someone rang us and said, "Have you got Sky News on?" And I was like, "No." And I put it on, and then all the supporters were turning up at the ground, and to be honest, like, we didn't even know that Amanda Staveley, because on Twitter how many Newcastle fans have been watching Planes. And
I start to become one of them.
No
Actually,
way.
I pay for the program, and fortunately I use it twice, and now I never use it.
So no one had been plane spotting. So there was nothing on Twitter to say like the Rubens were here or the Mike Ashley's helicopter. No one said anything, and then all of a sudden there was just this talk that it was going to happen, and well, the rest's history, isn't it?
Yeah, actually, I remember Ian. I believe Ian. He's the plane spotter. He teach me how, and actually, I make a show special about plane spotting.
No way.
Yeah,
Wow.
really. This takeover drive us crazy.
Wow, it was but you know, I think just like because of the lack of trust in Mike Ashley and how many bad decisions he'd made and how many times he'd hurt the supporters, I think we all just didn't know what to believe in the end, because, you know, what was it, just another trick of Mike Ashley's, or was it going to go through? I think that was the biggest question of all. Was it actually going to make over the line? And until it did, I think every Newcastle supporter was kind of like, I'm not enjoying this, I'm not celebrating until, and then once it happened, well, I've never seen anything like that since we got promoted. I mean, we've won the championship and stuff when we got relegated, but the supporters didn't celebrate like that. Like, it was unbelievable.
Do you know, Turner, that I need maybe a psychiatrist for me, because really, I swear, every day I wake up, I remind myself the takeover happened.
I was the same. I've been the same for 3 days afterwards. I kept checking my phone. I was going on Twitter to make sure it had actually happened. No,
sometimes, and you know, when you're sad and a few hours of sleep and you are in bad mood, but you tell yourself, Waleed, the takeovers happen. So you come here and heavy, you know.
It's just crazy because, like I say, because there's been so much happen with Newcastle United since Mike Ashley's been here at the club. We've been through so much, whether it be Kevin Keegan, whether it be Alan Shearer, whether it be changing the name of the stadium. Some of the things that we've been through as supporters with Mike Ashley, and then for this to happen is just wow. You know, it's probably. It's happened just at the right time, because obviously, well, as you've seen yesterday against Tottenham, we need every bit of help we can get right now.
I just remember I have a dream. Usually, you have a dream, something will happen.
Okay.
But I remember having a dream that the takeover didn't happen yet, but it's happening. See,
you need to stop sleeping. Don't go to sleep no more. No more dreams.
In my dreams, takeover didn't happen.
Wow. No, too much coffee. Too much coffee.
Oh, of course I have to. Okay, Turner. Now I will show you a photo. So we'll start with there. I'm sure the fans want to know more about your career. Okay. So let's start with Indiana Jones or Indiana Turner. We want to know
Indiana Turner. I like that one.
I want your story with Texas. So let's start from Texas.
This picture here.
No. I mean, like, you went to Texas and during your career.
Went to Texas. Ah, right. Okay. No,
so that's why they bring that up.
Wow. Right. What happened is now, because of the internet, as like, you know, I'm talking to you now in Saudi Arabia because of the internet. So now the same with music. I can bring music out here in Newcastle, and I don't have to go on a plane to America. You can do it all on the internet. So I brought some music out, and the next thing, my music was getting played in America because one of the songs that I had wrote had a cartoon, and in the cartoon was Barack Obama, the president, and I think it was his daughter or one of his family had seen it and shared it on Instagram, the video, and the next thing it went viral, and it started getting played on all these radio stations everywhere in America, the song, and the next thing it went #1 in the Texas charts, and I was like, wow. So I didn't even have to leave Newcastle, and the next thing I had #1 in Texas, and so crazy time, absolutely crazy. That, yeah, there it is. Wow. So long ago as well.
Yeah, I remember 2014, if I'm not mistaken.
2013. Wow, 8 years ago. I was younger on there. I look better on there.
No, you're still great, mate. So, but you leave Texas now.
No, like I say, I've never been. It was just the internet, the power of the internet, the way things go viral. It was a crazy time because I just, all of a sudden, all of the social media, Facebook and Twitter and everything was just going crazy. And it was because of all of this. Someone had picked the song up in America, put it on Instagram, and it just went huge. So, wow. And that was the start.
Great. Very great, Turner. Tell us about, we play at the beginning this video. Let's play it again because it's very short. And tell us the story about it.
Junior, congratulations on becoming the first ambassador of Wallsend, and keep up the good work, mate. Thanks.
I've done quite well with my music here in Newcastle. There's a lot of charities around here, and I've done a lot of work with them and stuff. And so because of all of my work and all of my success with music, I was proud to be made like an ambassador for my hometown where I live. Basically, to go everywhere and tell people how great Newcastle is, how great. I come from a little town called Wallsend. And so basically to be made an ambassador is just like to go around and tell everyone how great it is, because we've got a lot of great things happened. A lot of people in England, when you talk about Newcastle, they are like, really? They don't see the good things that Newcastle has. But many years ago, we had all of the big boats and ships got made in Newcastle on the River Tyne. We had coal. When coal was like getting used for fires and fuel, we had like lots of coal. So there's loads of big things happened in Newcastle that people forget about, and that's why Newcastle's a great thing. So I was made an ambassador, and we had like a celebration for it. And Alan Shearer sent that video, and I was like, wow, because. Basically, when Alan Shearer signed, I was only about 13-year-old, and I stood in the rain at St James's Park watching him sign. And now here he is sending a video to me, and I was like, wow. So, yeah, special, very special.
This is the moment you feel you succeed, I believe.
Alan Shearer is like God. Alan Shearer in Newcastle. Yeah, so... Alan was very kind to send me that video, and I'm very lucky that Alan, I've got him on Twitter and stuff, and he keeps in touch and wishes me well with the new song "Banks of the River Tyne." He liked it. He liked it, so I was like, "That's good."
By the way, we're gonna ask a favor from you that if you can sing it later on.
Oh, I'll think about it.
Okay, fans, please, if you want Turner to sing the song, send him to convince him to sing it. Okay, what about this video?
Once a very famous singer in my own right, but here's a man who surpassed me. I heard you about 8 months ago now at the Gosforth Park Hotel. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much. Forget Pavarotti. Here's your man.
Pavarotti.
Yeah, I got to do a show with Kevin Keegan. He was doing a talk up in Newcastle, and I got they asked me to go and sing, and I sang Nessun Dorma, which is by Pavarotti, which was the song from the World Cup in 1991 when Bobby Robson was the England manager. So they asked me to get up before Kevin did his show and sing the song, and Kevin came up afterwards and shook my hand, and then maybe about a few weeks later I was at another show, but I went with friends just to watch, and Kevin seen me and said, "Come over here," and that was the video that he gave to me. Go on, sing it. Yeah. Oh, I'm definitely not a Mac.
Oh, Gary,
I'm gonna have to sing it now, Gary. But yeah, so Kevin shouted me over and said, "Can you come over here?" And we went over. I didn't know what it was for, and I had my phone, and I gave my phone to a friend. Kevin said, "Put it on video. Put it on video." So he did, and that was what Kevin came out with, and I was like, "Wow!" So yeah, two big people, Alan Shearer and Kevin Keegan. I was like, "Wow, incredible!"
This is brilliant, really brilliant.
Yeah.
You are lucky, David. Oh, sorry.
No,
Sorry.
you call me Junior, David, whatever you want to call me. It's up to you.
Okay.
Your show.
Okay. No, I was afraid.
No. No, don't be stupid.
Okay, Turner. So let's. I read. I was reading from some articles for preparation for the show. I noticed the award. If you can tell us about it? The one you.
Wow.
Yeah, Hollywood award. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, I won an award for what? Save me. Yeah, so again, because of the internet, now I can bring a song out and I don't have to go on a plane or go anywhere because of Facebook, because of Instagram, Twitter. The song could go from here to America within minutes. And so I brought an album out in 2011, I think it was. I brought an album out and it did really, really well. And it was getting played everywhere. But because of that other song before doing well in America, when I got the #1 in Texas, every other song that I did after it went straight to America. They were playing all of my music. And I got an email saying you've been selected for an award in Hollywood, but there was like 10 other singers from America and Germany and everywhere, and I thought I've got no chance of winning this. And because of the time difference, the awards was like during the night, so I didn't think I would win it. So I went to bed. And I woke up about 4 a.m. saying that I had won it. And I was like, wow. So, yeah, that was 2014. Crazy. Wow.
Brilliant, really. Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Okay, this one, Junior Turner wins Best Male Vocalist 2009 awards in USA.
You've done lots of homework. You've done lots of homework on me.
Yeah, of course. I have a great artist. I have to.
You've done lots of homework. Yeah. So again, in America, I won the Best Male Vocalist in 2019. It was another big awards, and they watched my songs on YouTube, I believe, and then one of my songs was nominated, and I won Best Male Vocalist, which was absolutely huge. It was just to come from Wallsend in Newcastle and be winning awards in America. It's like stuff only people can dream of.
I would actually. I want to play the video, but my last account got suspended, so I am very careful about any. About anything. All right. So this one from Newcastle Ward, I believe Liam Kennedy as well. He work in this side.
That's right.
So,
yeah.
If you can tell us about this article, local singer Newcastle delegates United legend Wayne Davis backing to play at every game. So tell us about it.
This was just last week. or the week before. It was only 2 weeks ago, I think. I was sitting at home and the phone went, and I answered the phone, and it was Wyn Davies, who used to play for Newcastle United before I was born. But he's a hero. I know who he is, and I thought it was a joke. I didn't think like who. He's like, oh yeah, it's Wyn Davies. I'm getting in touch about the song. The song's been played to me, and I love the song. And I was like, wow, okay, that's pretty good. And then the day after Wyn had rang me, I got a phone call from Newcastle United Fairs Cup Club. When they last won the cup in 1969, the Fairs Cup, they still have like a club where they get together and they have anniversaries and stuff. And basically, they got in touch the next day. And March next year, I've been invited to go to Wyn Davies' birthday, which I'm really, really proud of. And I'm looking forward to that as well.
Just I have a problem here. Just a second, David. Something didn't work. I noticed the video inside.
They put the video on as well for people to watch and stuff. But it was just incredible because, like I say, Wyn Davies was like a Newcastle legend for his goals and stuff. They called him Wyn the Leap because he used to jump really high to head the ball, and that was his name, was Wyn the Leap, meaning he could jump very high. And when I got the phone call off him, I was like, really? This is so again, Kevin Keegan, Alan Shearer, Wyn Davies. I'm a very lucky boy, very lucky.
Indeed, really. I believe this one also another award or the same award.
Wow.
No, that's different. This is when best pop song. What was the song?
This is different. This was what one was that one? I think that was for a song called "Save Me" off my album.
Save Me.
Yeah, that's a song called "Save Me." That won an award, but I did win an award in America, and this is related to Newcastle United. In 2014, Newcastle United had two. I think it was 2014. I think. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be able to tell you for sure. We're there. I need internet. Okay, let's have a look. 2014, yeah. So 2014, Newcastle United were playing a friendly overseas in New Zealand, in Australia, and the flight there, flight MH17, was shot down over the Ukraine, and on that flight there was 2 Newcastle United supporters who were going to watch Newcastle play, and they were killed on board that flight, and along with 296 crew and passengers. And in 2015, on the anniversary, I was contacted and asked if I would write a song about the 2 Newcastle supporters, and I wrote a song called "United We Stand," all about the 2 supporters that died. I was contacted by Liam Sweeney, was one of the supporters, and John Alder, the Undertaker was his name. They died on the flight, and he contacted me. Liam's dad Barry contacted me and asked me to write a song in their memory, and I brought out "United We Stand" in 2015. And when "United We Stand" came out, that won an award in America. Because obviously they heard the story about the aeroplane getting shot down and stuff, and it got voted for a video that I'd had on YouTube of "United We Stand." They seen the video, and they took that and they put it up for an award, and I won an award for that in 2016 for "United We Stand," which was for Newcastle United, which was amazing. So yeah, I've done loads, it's crazy because only now, since I've done Banks of the River Tyne, Newcastle supporters are starting to like, oh, so you haven't just done bang? No, I've done that, I've done this, I've done that, and so other stuff's starting to come out now. So it's really good.
One of them, this one, I believe it's having great message for the Warriors. I believe it's say goodbye.
Yeah, that was brought out in 2011. That one, that was for a charity called Help for Heroes. They asked me to bring a song out for them, so I was lucky to do something like that as well. I've done. It's crazy because you found so much, and it's making me feel really old. I feel really old now. Thanks.
It's okay. Also, you know, sometimes it's drama and happy song. So I will start with the drama. So we'll go to the the emotional song. So then we'll go to the happy song.
Yeah, of course we can. So
Save Me. That's the one you talk about. Save Me.
Save Me. That's an emotional song. That was when I was like mental health. I was in a really bad place, and basically I needed help, and I was very lucky that I had good friends and family at the time, and they helped me back from a really bad place. And so I wrote that song all about needing help. Save me, somebody help me, and that really changed my music career. That won a lot of awards in America, and it done really, really well for me. So I'm very proud of it.
For a question, lads, the one who watches, please, we'll answer it all at the end of the show. Please keep sending them.
Yeah.
Okay, I have this option. I believe this one make a huge sound because it's with Jessica Wood.
Jessica Wood, yeah, Love Blind. That was huge. That record. That was really big in the UK. It's a song about when a man and woman split up. So it's a good song though. It's a very, very good song.
So it's a good song for every day.
Yeah, it's a good song for every day. Yeah, if you feel angry but you want to be happy, then listen to that one. That's a good song.
Right.
There you go.
Great. But huge.
Yeah,
huge.
it was really big because it changed a lot. Because I was doing a lot in America at the time with my music, but this song, a lot of other countries as well liked it. So it kind of really helped open other doors for me as well. So yeah, really big song.
Actually, I listened to all the songs I mentioned. I listened to them all today. And,
all right, wow.
Yeah, really love it. Like it. Of course, the one you gift us, the
Banks of
the Tyne. And sorry about. Remember when I asked the translation for the banks? Said what it mean? How it's bank?
What happened was during when we had lockdown, because all of my music's done really well, like with awards and stuff in America, and I had kind of wrote all the songs that I ever wanted to write. They were all about personal things in my life, things that had happened, and I didn't have anything else to write. I didn't want to write any more songs. And then when COVID came and we got locked down in the UK, I was kind of finished. I didn't want to do music anymore. I was kind of happy that I'd done really well. I've met lots of nice people, and I just thought, you know, I'm there's nothing else for me that I want to do. And a good friend of mine, Chris, we were going out fishing, and he would keep saying, write another song. And I was like, no, I don't want to write any more songs. And I said, if I do write one more song, then I would like to write a song about where I live. In Newcastle, I would like to write a song for the people of Newcastle. And eventually, after a few weeks of doing another song, I came up with Banks of the River Tyne, and I started to write again, which I hadn't done for about 3 years. And Banks of the River Tyne was born.
Bank of the River Tynes, because I asked my wife, she said, You didn't know the word bank mean?
Thanks.
Okay, let's play it. Translate it in Arabic. Hope you will enjoy it. And let's have a break for few minutes.
Newcastle's where I come from, and it's in the heart of me. The Geordie's what I am, and that I'm proud to be. When you look back at our history, it just fills your heart with pride. From the coal mines and the shipyards to the bridges on the Tyne. No matter where life takes us, wherever we may roam, it can never change us, 'cause the Northeast's always home. Take me home to the banks of the River Tyne. Take me home to the place that I call mine. It's a place I love best, 'cause it's better than the rest. Take me home to the banks of the River Tyne. There's lights that burn so brightly, in the northeast sky they shine. From a place that Geordies worship, where legends wear number 9. You can travel right round the world, even meet the Pope in Rome. But nothing beats the feeling of when you come back here to home. No matter how life changes, we'll never be far apart. The Northeast always home, and it's always in your heart. Take me home to the banks of the River Tyne. Take me home to the place that I call mine. It's a place I love best, 'cause it's better than the rest. Take me home to...
It's a really brilliant video, music, the shoot, everything is I love about this song, really.
Every time I hear it, I keep thinking, like, I hear it that many times, but I just think it's just incredible. I know it's my song, and I shouldn't be like so proud of it, but I really, really am. I absolutely love the song.
Yeah, there is something special about the song. For me, I am very bad singer. I wish to be a singer, but I hate my sound, etc., etc. The thing about this song, I believe, some songs you love it, but when you listen to it for few times, you get kind of bored from it. You want to miss it. You miss it and back to it later. But this one, it's very, very hard. You want to listen all the time. It's like, you know, sometimes when you are walking and you're doing something and you want to sing.
I get told all the time. People say to me, I hear it once and then again and again and again and again, and it's like it's not a bad thing, because people want to listen to it all the time. So when I first did it, we finished the song, and then I didn't listen to it for about 2 days. I just put it away, and I was like, right, I need a rest, because I've heard it that many times, singing it to make it. So we had 2 days rest, and then I got the song and I put it on for the first time, like after it was all finished, and I just sat and listened to it. And I'll be honest, I was like, my eyes were full of, and I was like, I was wanting to cry, because it was just, I was so proud of I'm so proud of where I come from. I'm proud of where I live. I'm proud to live in Newcastle. I'm proud to be a Geordie. I'm proud of Newcastle United. And that song just really has everything that I wanted to have.
Who you'd like to maybe special thank or regarding this song?
My friend Chris Travers. He's really the man that needs a pat on the back, because if he hadn't kept asking me to write another song, I would never have wrote another song. never ever. But if my granddad, he's no longer, he died many years ago, but he loved music, and so he would have loved this song. And he used to work making big ships in Newcastle. He used to work doing that. So because it talks about that in the song, like if he'd have heard it, my granddad would have been so proud. So
very proud.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
It's nice that you have a word words and stuff reminds you of stage in your life.
But with this song, the biggest reward was yesterday. Not getting, no awards or trophies, or I don't want any of that. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you. That's a lovely comment. That I just want, like, what's happened with the song with Newcastle supporters hearing it at the game yesterday, how big the game was yesterday because of the new owners. You could never ever buy that. That's the biggest thing. If I die tomorrow, I'd die like the happiest man alive, because that was just the greatest thing ever to happen.
Really, it's really, and I hope there is a video I can see because.
Yeah, I've sent the video. I've sent it on WhatsApp. I sent it to you. You've got it, yeah.
I would love to hear it. Actually, another song I like. It's Tonight.
Tonight. That wasn't that long ago. That wasn't that long ago. That was about 4 years ago. That was probably one of the last songs I did before Banks of the River Tyne. That's a wedding song. So if ever anyone gets married and they need a song to dance to, that's the song. That's the song. I'm not married, but I've wrote a song for people to get married. So if they're getting married and they need a song to dance to, that's the song that they need to have.
Actually, I am married, but I will play it in my coming anniversary.
There you go. There you go. You have an anniversary song.
Of course. Oh, that's brilliant. Really, and it's such a career. Mr. Tierner.
I'm only 37, and I feel so old because I've done so much.
Actually, I am 35, and I feel as well.
Yeah, I feel old.
It's not old. It's mature. You feel mature. Still young. Some player older than us, they are still playing football. So. Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
Okay. Before we going to Newcastle performance yesterday, what next with the Turner? You have some concert, some plans for future. If you can tell us about.
There is another song coming out at Christmas, but it's not a Newcastle song. So that'll be happening. I'll be announcing that soon.
Newcastle song?
No, not this one. Oh. I'm going to go back to something different just for now. But that's not to say that I wouldn't do another one. But the problem I have is this song has been so successful. If I do another one and it's not as good, then people are going to say Banks of the River Tyne's much better.
Can you write something about Takeover?
I could. I mean, someone's just done a song, a cover of an original song, and changed the words. I don't know if you've seen it on Twitter. Mandy. It was a Barry Manilow song, and they've changed the words about Amanda Staveley.
I believe if you have song including some names of like Mr. Yasser, His Excellency Yasser Armayan, Amanda Robbins, I think, and maybe some Alan Shearer, Gaza, which now I am Saudi Gaza, by the way. These names.
Euro 96, I like it.
Yeah, but with this lighting, I look bold, not blendy. With these words, maybe you can. I'm sure you can do some takeover song or something.
Yeah, I'm sure I can.
Give it a try. Give it a shot.
I might. We'll
okay.
See.
So now let's go to Newcastle. What do you think of this was happiest moment yesterday. First 3 minutes in the St. James Park, and we celebrate like this. This is really. I know we lost, but this is really promising journey in future.
It is, yeah. Yesterday's game, was all about it wasn't about the football. For me, it wasn't about the football because nothing's changed on the pitch. So yesterday, I went to that game for the celebration of Mike Ashley being gone, and as a supporter to celebrate a new start. So I don't think any true, honest Newcastle supporter would say that they went there thinking we could get anything out of that game. But if we were going to get anything out of that game, then it was because of the occasion. The players could have. The fans were amazing yesterday. I mean, like just a special mention to War Flags. They came back yesterday with all the flags. That was incredible in the away end and stuff. In the Gallagher end, sorry. That was incredible what they did yesterday. And so, if anything, I mean, the first 5 minutes, Newcastle were amazing. You know, the goal from Callum Wilson, the way they played on the front foot, attacking, pushing Tottenham back. As soon as they got the ball, like back towards the halfway line, it went back again, and we just kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And then, as we've seen so many times before with Newcastle, they go 1-0 up and then they try and sit and defend 1-0 instead of pushing for a second goal. I don't know why they do it, but they seem, once they've got one goal, that's it. They don't seem to want to. I don't know if it's tiredness or I don't know. It's very strange.
It's happened a lot this season, especially. We score first goal, things go right, but we can't hold it because I believe maybe we get back to defense or stamina thing. What do you think the reason from your? I
think personally, for me, it's a bit like, I don't know. I think a lot this season is to do with the formation, the way that we've set up to play. Has had a lot to do with how we've actually how the other team plays. Because, for instance, we had Matt Ritchie playing left wing back for the last 5 games now, maybe a little longer, and he's not a left back. So there's been a few goals that we've had against us where Matt Ritchie's either the wrong side of the player, he's not goal side, he hasn't chased back, but he's not a left back, so you can't take someone from their natural position and change them. You can if you're going to do it for one game to cover an injury, but he can't play there, and it's proven time and time again. It's a hard one because likes of Sean, like in the midfield yesterday, we had like Isaac Hayden, Sean Longstaff, and Joe Willock. I don't think they can all play together. I think Sean Longstaff and Joe Willock were both trying to do the same job yesterday, and they kind of cancel each other out. And it kind of reminds me of the England setup when England used to try and have Lampard and Gerrard together. It never worked. You can have one or the other. You can't have both. Joe Linton yesterday, a good start to the game. Looked good the first 5 minutes on the ball. Then same Joe Linton as before. His first touch just lets him down. I don't know what Joe Linton is. I don't know what position he's meant to play. But for £40 million, he's a waste of money. I'm probably going to get shot down for this, but I'm going to say it anyways because it's my opinion. Saint Maximin reminds me very much of Ketch Bayer that we used to have. He gets the ball and he runs and he beats 1 man, 2 man, 3 man, 4. If he passed the ball a little bit sooner, or he actually looked instead of just running, he could be better. He just lacks that end product.
Actually, sometimes lately I noticed he did that. He tried to get better, but it's depend on where, because Wilson got played yesterday. He back to do this because Wilson there.
Wilson makes a huge difference to our side, but I still think you need somebody alongside him because I think he reminds me of like Jermaine Defoe when Jermaine Defoe was at Tottenham, he reminds me of the same kind of player. But I think he needs another strike partner alongside him. I felt sorry yesterday as well that they took him off. Yeah, Bruce. They took him off and replaced him, but left Dwight Gale on the bench. I feel so sorry because Dwight Gale's been given a new contract. And if anyone's going to get you a goal at 3-2, like yesterday's game, then Dwight Gale could have been that player.
Have you caught the face expression of Steve Bruce last night? He was so clueless.
I don't know, you don't know what to believe in the media and stuff, but I remember reading an article, I can't remember what it was in now, a few weeks ago, and it was someone that worked with Steve Bruce. I can't remember who it was now. And they said his tactics and his training methods at the training ground are so old. He doesn't, like now, they've moved with the times and they've got new methods for sprinting and so. But Steve Bruce apparently still takes training like they did when he played for Manchester United. So maybe that's why Graham Jones was brought in. And I think he made a big difference at the end of last season with the way we played. But I think I don't think Steve Bruce should be there much longer. If things, I respect the fact that he was given his 1,000th game yesterday. I thought that was nice of the owners, but it was nice of them because they haven't come in and made a knee-jerk reaction and got rid of him straight away, because there's already enough negative around Newcastle happened with Mike Ashley. They haven't come straight in and start making changes. I think the new owners want to see for a little while everything and then make changes, if that makes sense.
Exactly. I believe Steve Bruce, who doesn't believe in tactics, by his own words, this is one of the reasons. If you want to hold the score or you have a static team, you need to be stable. You need stable tactics, not just do a few minutes good play and then back to your defense. This way, this is confuse the player.
Yeah,
confuse the player.
Totally. And it's if I can just give a mention as well yesterday to Dr. Tim Pritchard, who saved the man's life in the crowd, who took part with his heart. He had a cardiac arrest, and I believe there was other people in the crowd as well. 2 ladies as well had also helped give CPR. It was brilliant to see the defibrillator getting used and stuff, and it saved the man's life because apparently he's okay. So I would just like to say, I hope he's okay and wish him a speedy recovery as well.
Of course. Oh, he's okay. Turner, I want to ask about now. Is Bruce gonna be in charge in Crystal Palace, or he gonna move? What is the word in the town?
Well, there's so many mixed opinions on it. I think 99% of Newcastle supporters want Bruce gone by then, but the problem is, no matter who you bring in, they're going to be using the same players. They can't make any signings till January, but come January, well, exactly by January it'll be too late. But the problem is, to bring in signings in January, it might be too late as well, because Newcastle are at the bottom end of the table, and I don't know if a different style of football could change that. Because, like I've said to you, I don't know. The thing was, when Rafa Benitez was here, I honestly believe Rafa Benitez knew he wasn't going to win every game, but he knew how to get the point by, I think he kind of had an idea. If I go to Everton away, I'll get 1 point. If I go there, I'm going to get beat, but I'll get 3 points there. And he kind of had a plan of getting enough points and also our goal difference. He also used that as well to keep that as low as possible, because that made a difference as well at the end of that season. So he was very clever to use those kind of things to help as well. Whereas now, I think the players are. I don't know. I don't know if they're not good enough or they're just if it's a system that they're playing, but something just doesn't seem right with the way that it just looks. They don't know what they're doing out there. It looks so unorganized. Yeah, I've seen that many times.
Okay, Turner. So, who you'd like to see in Steve Bruce's shoes?
From
the available ones now.
Conte. Conte's in Italy, I believe, but that's not to say that he can't leave and come to Newcastle. I would love to see Conte. If we didn't get Conte, I don't know. It's a hard one, isn't it? Because, like we said, it doesn't matter who you bring in; they're going to have the same players. So, I think someone like Conte would be good in short and long term because I think he could get something out of those players because he's quite well organised. When he was at Chelsea and stuff, they had a good system, and I think he could do the same with this squad now until January. And I think he's also got the pulling power to go and get big players to sign for him. Yeah, well, again, yeah, I agree with that as well. I think a lot of people, especially likes of Conte, are going to want to see what the new owners want to do with the club before they'll come, because it's an exciting project for someone, which is why Rafa Benitez would have been perfect, because he wanted the project. He wanted to build his own squad over 3-4 seasons. That he never expected a lot of money in one go. So he would have been perfect, but he's gone to Everton now, and I think he's a man of his word. I don't think he would leave Everton. If the takeover had happened 18 months ago, I think he would have been here as a manager. But I don't know. I keep hearing about Steven Gerrard and Frank Lampard, but none of them appeal to me. They haven't got enough experience to come in when we're in the mess that we're in. So I'd rather see someone with a bit of experience come in.
We are really in terrible place. We are in 90th position, and I believe this is worst to start for Steve Bruce. Why do you think? Do you think the takeover affect the saga?
No, I don't think so. It's part of football these days. It's part of modern football. At the end of the day, if someone's getting paid £60,000 to play football, then they should play football. You know, it beggars belief that they can talk about outside things like a takeover affecting how they play. Or no way. I mean, is it possible maybe that there's too many
squad getting weaker?
There's too many voices at the club. Where you've got Steve Bruce, you've got Graham Jones, you've got Steve Agnew. Maybe it's just too many voices.
And maybe the squad getting weaker, and other teams getting stronger.
Yeah, well, yesterday, I mean, one of the players in the Championship, John Joe Shelby, was amazing for us because the game would give him more space and time on the ball, and he was able to make these big Hollywood passes. But in the Premier League, John Joe Shelby, no, he's lost it for me. He's off the pace. He was miles off the pace yesterday, which led to the red card. Yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree with that comment as well. But yesterday proved a lot because, in my opinion, if a new manager come in at the moment, there would maybe be 5 players I would keep. Wilson, he would be one. Dubravka, but it depends on how he comes back after his injury. St. Maximin, I might keep. Joe Willock and maybe Sean Longstaff. Apart from that, I don't think Newcastle have got any players worthy of being there that are able to take us forward to to better places. I think the rest of the squad, it's a championship squad. It hasn't changed that much since we came up.
Exactly. And yesterday, I believe, first 10 minutes was great because the enthusiasm with the new owner. But after that, we get as the viewers saying is Brucey tactics or Brucey style of play. Turner would be now more than 2 months for transfer window in January. Who would you be your first signings?
Well, it depends because a lot of people are comparing us to when imagine if Keegan managed. I was quite surprised actually because I thought maybe that would have been a move yesterday was to make Kevin Keegan an ambassador because that's what's being said.
And Ellen Shearer as well.
Yeah, and Shearer. And if they'd have brought one of them out on the pitch before the game yesterday, that would have been nice. But that's just me being greedy. But everyone's comparing us to Man City because when Manchester City got took over, they went and signed Robinho. Was their first signing, like a huge signing?
Yes.
I can't see us doing that. I think we'll spend more wisely. But if I could make a signing that I would love to see Raheem Sterling.
Amazing.
He wants to leave Manchester City. He's not getting enough football. He's proven in the Premier League. Why not?
But could be happened before World Cup because I believe Raheem is number one player with Southgate. So can he? And he would risk it to go to Newcastle now with this squad before World Cup because I believe this is maybe last World Cup for Raheem.
He's not getting enough football though. Will he get picked for the World Cup if he stays in Man City?
Okay, so that would be.
If he comes to Newcastle, he might be guaranteed more game time.
Wow, will be brilliant signing, really.
That's just my opinion, though. Before anyone says it won't happen.
No, it's totally makes sense because if he didn't have much time, because Jack Grealish, I believe, now is starting to get more minutes with Pep Guardiola.
Yeah, I would love to see, and if we could make a dream signing, that it would be Harry Kane.
Harry Kane, but Harry Kane, I believe he won champions. He's 29 years old. He went trophies, and he went to start with a team ready to pick trophies. Not like Newcastle, who needs a couple or 3 years at least.
Yeah, of course. But like I say, I definitely think Raheem Sterling would be if they're going to make what they call a marquee signing to show their ambition of where they want to go with the club, then Raheem Sterling would be a great start.
Exactly. What a trio, tell you. Declan Rice, Sterling, Haaland.
Declan Rice, Haaland, 1,000,000%. Haaland is incredible.
Yeah, this is also another point. How we can bring great signing in January and we have still Brucey. This does not make sense. Raheem will say, I will never play with Brucey.
I don't think anyone will play with Steve Bruce, but I definitely think that makes sense there. I would definitely, if we can't get a manager that we want in terms of someone that's going to take us forward and improve us long term, I wouldn't be up for going and getting someone for 6 months because that's not going to help things. Bringing in a short-term manager to then replace again in the summer, so the players are going to get used to another way of playing after Steve Bruce, and then they're going to have to get used to another way of playing again. That's not going to help take the team forward, like Amanda Staveley's saying, how they want to progress over 4 or 5 years. So I think making Graham Jones interim manager makes a lot more sense. But
exactly.
I've never seen Graham Jones as a manager. I think he was manager somewhere before.
He was assistant coach for Belgium.
Right, and he was at Bournemouth with Eddie Howe as well.
Yeah, and also he helped with the Southgate squad, managerial squad in the Euros.
Right, and was he at Swansea at one point?
Bournemouth, I believe, but he was in Bournemouth.
Okay.
He came from to Newcastle from Bournemouth, but I didn't know before that.
Newcastle have done it before. I mean, we had Glenn Roeder and stuff.
Here, truth, he said Luton.
Luton, is that where he was manager? Yeah, I knew he'd been a manager before somewhere, but Holland doesn't come. I would love to see Holland in a black and white shirt, but we shall see. Here's hoping.
Okay, so when you think the last game of Bruce, regardless the manager, when we gonna see Brucey leave? Because apparently I was sad yesterday because I really wish to win the game, and and I was talking with my friends at the game. I said it was nice and happy. You know, this photo really affected me very much, but I kind of feel that I can notice because I watching Newcastle very closely lately. When they play at minute 15, I know this is not going well.
You know what was
can't
good?
tell. You can't tell.
You know the new chairman that we've got. I don't think, from what I'm told, he hasn't been to a Newcastle game before yesterday. That was his first game. So before yesterday, it's just been business and money and contracts, like for the takeover. But now that he's been there and he's seen the fans and he's seen with his own eyes what it could be and how special it could be, I think
that's amazing stuff. Amazing stuff.
I think he'll want to change a lot of things quickly. I think yesterday would have changed a lot of things because when they came in and they looked at it yesterday and they're seeing how much work needs done, I would like to think after the game he was saying to Amanda Staveley, right, look, we need to change things quick. I would like to think so because it's a special place. I said this yesterday at the game to my friend Chris who I was with. I said, you know, you look around in the stadium and I'm not your mother. You've got to get some nice t-shirts, man. All right, Brian, if you get in touch, I've got T-shirts. If you get in touch with me on Twitter or Facebook, I've got T-shirts and stuff. And the CD, obviously, the money off the CD, there's a donation to the food bank from the CD. So get in touch. Yeah, but I said yesterday, the stadium's there. The stadium's magnificent. The supporters, there's no supporters like the Geordies. It's just the team and the manager. You know, if you get things right at St James's Park, you go back to the entertainers, you go back to the Bobby Robson days, you know, or I just hope that you see little children at the game yesterday turning up 3, 4, 5-year-old. If Amanda Staveley and the new ownership get this right, them children are in for like some amazing memories. Because my memories of when I was little was Kevin Keegan's Entertainers, and then growing up into my teens, it was Bobby Robson. So I remember when Newcastle United were good, when
Champions League.
Yeah, Champions League. St James's Park was absolutely bouncing. Barcelona 3-2, Tino Asprilla, Manchester United 5-0, Sunderland 5-1,
Juventus 2-1, I believe. Juventus.
Yeah, Juventus when Andy Griffin scored. Being there for all these games, seeing all these magnificent moments, seeing some of the world's best players playing at St James's Park, and then to be playing in the Championship twice under Mike Ashley, to Sam Allardyce's football, Steve Bruce, Pardew,
McLaren.
Yeah, don't, no. But now we've got the chance to make it right. But I certainly think yesterday's game, the new chairman, hopefully, seen what it means to the Newcastle supporters. That picture says it all. He's going to want more moments like that, celebrating. So in order to have more moments like that, he's going to have to invest.
Have you seen? Okay, this is the beginning, minute 3, I believe. But later on, if you search a little bit on Twitter, you will find a lot of photo for the management. They are very, or from the owner, sorry, from the owner. They are very sad.
There's like 2 photos.
You can't tell. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen this one. Yeah, sad because they've probably then realised how big of a job they've got. It's you see, the thing is, with Bruce, I think the payoff thing what the fans have got to remember is it'll be a three-way payoff, because it'll take, I would imagine, with it being a consortium buying the club, they'd all have to pay each, I think. So it'll be some money from the Reuben brothers, money from Amanda, and money from the PIF. So maybe that's what it takes. Maybe it's just a legalities holding up Steve Bruce. Maybe they're looking at other managers. There's a number of reasons, but I just think at the moment they don't want to come steamrolling in and making changes. I mean, you've got to remember Mike Ashley, when he came in, he got rid of Sam Allardyce straight away, and then he brought in Kevin Keegan, and then he got rid of Kevin Keegan. Then I think Amanda Staveley and the new ownership want to just take their time. You know, I don't think they're going to make quick decisions, because they don't want to be making the same mistakes as Mike Ashley did. They want to make things, hopefully, get things right first time. That's what I think.
Andrew Smith went to see Robert Lewandowski to the town.
Hi, look, never say never. I mean, you've got to remember, years ago, we were, when I was little, we were on the brink of signing Roberto Baggio from Italy. He was in talks. Del Piero. We had all those big names linked with us back then. And we had the biggest player in the world, Alan Shearer, play for us. So never say never. It could happen again.
Okay, okay, this one, I can't lie to you, bro. Looks embarrassing. I believe it's my hair. Stop trying to be. Okay, this is my personal matter, and
I'm glad you talk about your hair. My hair is disgraceful as well.
A lot of people love it, and actually, it was a promise. I said to myself, after the takeover, I will do it, no matter what.
Well, there you go. You've celebrated in style.
Will Bruce is horrific.
I'm sorry they don't want fans to sour. I totally agree. I think you've got to find the balance between what's right for the owners in terms of time scale, but also they haven't got that much time. I totally agree with that. But I think you have to find the balance, that they don't make rash decisions. They don't make quick decisions that later come back to, you know, I don't think Amanda Staveley wants to be 6 months down the line and looking back thinking we were too quick, we shouldn't have changed that. I think everything's been done at the right pace. And you've got to think, you know, these owners haven't just come in to take over a football team. There's a huge club. There's the training ground. There's staff. There's contracts. There'll be so much work to go into actually changing things to how they want it. So they've got like probably 1,000,001 jobs going on all at once. So time, take the time. I'm happy. But get rid of Steve Bruce.
Of course, that's the first thing. Explain why Bruce is still here. To us, fans would help.
Again, I think it's just down to the want to make decisions, right? I don't think they want to make. Yeah, Giroud was a good player. Good player. Could have been a lot better, I think. I don't think he ever reached his potential. Yeah, David, I totally agree. Bruce needs to go. But I think, again, though, I think I'd much rather see the new owners take the time and make decisions, not being hurried and making wrong decisions. I'd much rather they took their time and made the right decisions. But I certainly think yesterday was his last game.
So Crystal Palace will be Graeme Jones, maybe? I
think so.
I
think so.
I want him to get a chance, because if a new manager come, could be maybe he will say, I don't want Graeme Jones. So it's a shame if he didn't get a chance, because I believe he have some things to do.
I think when a caretaker when a caretaker manager comes in, I think they know that they're there short term. I don't think they make plans for the long term. And I think Graeme Jones wouldn't be daft enough to think that he's there for forever. I think you'll know that the new owners have got ideas for themselves to come in. But I think what's really important as well, obviously, we've discussed Steve Bruce and stuff, but I think just as important, once they've made that decision and they bring in whoever to replace Steve Bruce, we need to be looking at the academy and stuff like that, because that's never been right for years neither. We've never had young players coming through into our starting 11. Like, we've got like the Longstaffs and stuff, but there's been so many players left Newcastle over the years, you know, that, I mean, for Michael Carrick, he went to Manchester United. We could have had him. Won't wait for us. Bruce is in charge of the defence rules. You can clear. Yeah, you can. I agree with that. But I think the academy needs addressed. And I think one thing for me, where the academy is concerned, I would like to see someone that was with Newcastle United or has a link to Newcastle United running the academy, whether it's an ex-player, but certainly someone that had something to do with Newcastle, because that's another thing that the club lost with Mike Ashley. We lost our identity. Kevin Keegan didn't want to come and be around the club. Alan Shearer didn't want to be around the club. It was lovely yesterday to see there was some former players there. There was Sir John Hall, our old chairman, Terry McDermott, Lee Clark, Keith Gillespie, John Beresford, Rob Lee. All those players were there yesterday. And that's never happened. Yeah, Ginola as well. Kieran Dyer. And it was just lovely to see. It really, really was lovely to see.
Ginola ending up having dinner with Nick DeMarco.
Yes. Yeah. It was lovely to see Nick DeMarco at the ground yesterday.
Yeah.
He's, although it never got to the arbitration, I still think he did a lot of work.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I think that cat case, when they got that cat case, I think the Premier League seen how much information Newcastle United had. And that's why I think the decision to move straight to the takeover happened. Because I think they knew if it got to court next year, there was a lot of things going to come out that the Premier League didn't want to come out. And a lot of that was down to Nick DeMarco, I believe.
Exactly. And I watched the case, the cat case, for more than 7 hours. I watched it all, actually. And really, I can't see, you know, maybe because I'm, I don't know, I spend too much time listening to people in the work field. Sometimes I can't read the face expression. He looked very relieved, very confident during the cat case, and he give confidence without even speak.
What I noticed was, because he wasn't allowed to speak, but the Justin somebody, I think he was called, the other guy that was the
Joel. Joel.
Yeah. He was the Newcastle, the St James's Holden's representative. He kept looking down when he was on his computer, and he was looking at the camera and then looking down. So I wouldn't have been surprised if Nick DeMarco was texting him, you know, telling him what to say or what to do.
Could be.
I noticed that.
And we see. Let me see if I have the photo yet. Maybe I deleted it. No. This one. Remember? He was taking notes.
Oh wow!
He was taking notes in life, and
yeah,
he was
happy.
Yeah, that's the guy. That's the guy.
Yeah. He did a great job, because especially when it got to talking about being sports, that was when the Premier League kind of folded about, you know, Richard Masters trips over to see them and meet with them, and when all that came out, you could see the Premier League guy kind of like, oh, can I go now?
There was something I get my attention during the cat case. When Danny Lewis, the Premier League QC, was reading from the manual or whatever, he was using some old case to prevent some point, to prove some point.
Yeah.
Joel, he says something. He was knowing about the case, and he says something extra inside this case. The QC of Premier League got checked because he didn't know about.
Didn't want to hear it. Yeah, he didn't want to hear it neither.
He got checked. He got checked. I believe that was the Nick DeMarco message, but this is just me thinking.
Yeah, if you watch it, it was quite interesting, because I just seen Nick DeMarco was looking down at the same time, so he was obviously texting. And then 2 seconds later, you'd see the other guy look down. So there was obviously text messages going back and forth, but yeah, they've done a great job, and I'm just so happy now that we've got the new owners. We've got a new future that could be the best future we could ever imagine. All of the other stuff, all of the politics and the other teams, you know, still wanting to cause trouble and stuff. You know, if this was any other club except Newcastle United, it wouldn't happen. It's only because it's Newcastle United. We have been called a sleeping giant for so long, and it's so true. But we honestly, we deserve it, because under Kevin Keegan, we came that close to winning the league. And yesterday's atmosphere, with the right investment and winning the Premier League, if them are the celebrations when the takeover happened of Newcastle fans in the street late at night with cans, then if we win the league, celebrations are going to be amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Hopefully, very soon. After the game, I was thinking, by myself, after the game, what do you think the owners they've been discussing in a closed circle? What do you think was the conversation?
Who replaces Steve Bruce? Do we get a short-term manager, a long-term manager? And I think they kind of probably all agreed there's a lot more work than they first thought in terms of investment. They need to invest big, but again, like the management, they need to make the right decisions and bring in the right players. And you need to bring in players with experience to get us out of the trouble that we're in. You need to bring in better players with experience, because I think that's what's going to be needed in January, because I don't see between now and January things getting any better if it stays that way. If Graham Jones comes in, I think things will get slightly better. But I think it's going to take until January for things to turn around.
Did they expect something new from Steve Bruce? As many people, many fans, they said he can't do anything more. Did they expect something from Steve Bruce yesterday? Maybe some different, as he maybe showed them that he will do some changes, which apparently not.
It's at the end of the day, you know, Newcastle at the moment on paper have got a possibility of having an attacking side in terms of how they set up. If they set up right, they've got every chance of playing. But I think Newcastle's problem for too long, and this was under Rafa Benitez as well, is that we've played counter-attacking football. We've let the other teams come at us, win the ball, and then go the other way. But we're not that good defensively. And when the other teams attack in that way that we're playing, they're going to score goals. So we need to change. And basically, it's like Leeds United. Leeds United just go out and go at teams. Some games they might lose 4-5-0, but other games they'll win. And that was how Kevin Keegan had it. You know, it wasn't about defence. It was about scoring goals. If they score 4, we score 5. And I think that's how it's going to have to be for Newcastle, because I don't think defensively we are that good to play the game that Steve Bruce wants to play. I think we need to find a different way of approaching the games. And for me, you've got Willock, St. Maximin, Wilson. I'll say Almiron, even though I don't know why he's in a black and white shirt. For me, he offers very little. Almiron. I don't rate him. He's got a lot of energy. He gets up and down the pitch. He works hard.
Did you think he will be better with another coach?
He played well at the end of at the end of the season before under Rafa, when we played with 3 up front. When we had Rondon, Perez, and Almiron, the 3 played well. But I don't know. He just kind of sometimes looks like he's won the opportunity to play at St. James's Park like a supporter. He just, I don't know. I don't rate him. I would like to see Gale and Wilson start together. You've got 2 people that know where the back of the net is, and I think goals are what we need right now.
this should be Steve Bruce plan B if he stays for the next game. Because
Steve Bruce hasn't got a plan A.
Yeah, but we need the Crystal Palace point. Really,
Crystal Palace is a hard place to go at the moment as well. Crystal Palace is going to be a hard place to go because Patrick Vieira's turning them around, and they've been getting little bits of things starting to happen for them.
this is just a message.
Oh, right, Brian. Yeah, the CDs are in Granger CDs and also in Geordie Gifts in the Granger Market. There you go. Bruce has got to go. Miggy, yeah, I seen that last comment there. Miggy offers a lot. Yeah, maybe she has. But again, though, what is Almiron's true position? Is he a number 10? Because I'm sick of hearing about this number 10 role. We've got that many number 10s. Joe Willock can play number 10. Almiron can play number 10.
Excuse me, it's false 10 with the Bruce.
Oh, false 10, yeah. Didn't he have a false number 9 as well? Did he play with a false 9?
It's false. It's actually false of land from first place.
Right. Okay. But like, I just don't get it because it's been that way for a long time in Newcastle. And I remember Alan Pardew did this as well with Gutierrez. We signed Gutierrez, and he had something like 40 assists playing on the right wing in Spain. And then he came to Newcastle, and the next thing he was playing left back. Alan Pardew had Gutierrez at left back, left mid, but yet all of his hard work and the reason we signed him was because he played right midfield in Spain and created 40 goals on the right wing. But then Newcastle signed players, and we still do it now. We sign players who play in a certain place, and we try and change, like Matt Ritchie from Bournemouth. He played at Bournemouth as a winger, and currently he's playing left wing back. You can't put round pegs at square holes. It doesn't work. It'll never work, and that's again, it's a big fault of Steve Bruce's. You know, we've got some good players up there, but they're not good enough to go past where I wouldn't say they're good enough to go past 12th. I think that's going to be every season's going to be 12th. It's going every season with that team. It's going to be 12th at best.
What do you expect to see against Crystal Palace away and Chelsea home?
Unless something changes, then nothing. But I certainly wouldn't be parking the bus against Chelsea, and that's what would normally happen in them kind of games. Newcastle would put 10 at the back and defend for 90 minutes.
And the score in first against, we can see the goal in 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, that's the problem as well with Newcastle. When they concede, the heads go down. They just lose all interest. You know, for me, right now, and I'll probably, Palace are playing nice football, totally agree. But for me, though, one of the biggest things at the moment is that, totally agree. One of the biggest things at the moment for me is that Newcastle lack someone like a Kevin Nolan or a Joey Barton. Someone like a proper player's player that can get a hold of players and say, right, come on, we're going to have a go. When you're 1-0 down, they're the kind of players that drag other players up and make them play. We haven't got a player like that now. If we have, and I said this for ages and a lot of people disagree with us, but it's just my opinion. For me, Matt Ritchie would have the captain's armband. Matt Ritchie has got more passion than Jamal Lascelles has got in his little finger. Jamal Lascelles he's not a captain. Sorry, he's not. He's past his best as well, Lascelles. I personally think Matt Ritchie should be captain for Newcastle.
Yeah, really, we need a new coach, new captain. I knew of a lot of things, really.
Yeah, just renew everything.
Okay, I would like to go back now to the banks of the River Tyne, but first, I'm wondering if to ask you about this long takeover. Of course, you have what's your information? What did you know during this long saga about Saudi Arabia?
Basically, at first, there was a lot of talk that when the takeover had collapsed or wasn't going to go ahead, once the takeover had been stalled by the Premier League, we were told by the media, if you believe the media over here, that PIF had backed out and Amanda Staveley was still around. So were the Reuben brothers, but they were looking for new investors. So even up until the cat case, we, Malcolm McDonald was at the game yesterday as well. Yeah, sorry about that. Up until the cat case, we were led to believe, or my impression was that Amanda Staveley and the Reuben brothers were still waiting to see if they could get the club, and then they were going to go and look for somebody to work with. So when the takeover happened, I was really surprised that the Saudis were still there. And I was like, wow, I thought they weren't part of the deal anymore. From what you read in the news, they weren't there anymore. But it's a massive thing. And like I say, there's loads of politics and about human rights and all that. Look, I'm not interested in any of that. That's for somebody else to worry about. I'm interested in Newcastle United. We've got new owners. There's at the end of the day, Manchester City have got Saudi owners. There wasn't all this fuss with them. And this is what I said before. It's all about Newcastle United. It's always been the same. When Newcastle United are concerned, we never ever get a fair shake. That's why we end up in a cat case. No other club in a takeovers end up going to a cat case and an arbitration. It's ridiculous. But it's happened. And we're now with the richest club in the world.
Yes, happy days. And I'm still reminding myself that takeovers happen even during my show.
No more dreams. No more dreams.
I can't control that, but I definitely need to go to a shrink or All right, now let's have a break. Drink some water, because I want to ask you, Turner, are you a Macam?
I'm a Macam, never be a Macam.
So you have to sing.
I'll sing. Of course I'll sing.
All right, now let's have a break. Have some water. We'll play the gesture, nice gesture, a great gesture from David Turner. He gifted us this theme to be play after the new theme for our show. So now we'll use Bank at the River Tynes.
Take me home to the banks of the River Tyne. Take me home to the place that I call mine. It's a place I love best, 'cause it's better than the rest. Take me home to the banks of the River Tyne. Take me home to the banks of the River Tyne. Take me home to the place that I call mine. It's a place I love best. Yes, it's better than the rest. Take me home to the banks of the River Tyne.
I love it. The guitar's out.
Yeah,
Yes.
but don't worry. Just for decoration. I am bad at this. Just because I know I'm hosting a singer, so I take this from my daughter actually.
Oh, bless.
So now let's sing, and I will pretend like I am doing guitar.
Okay. Take me home
Home.
to the banks of the River Tyne. Take me home to the place that I call mine. It's a place I love best, 'cause it's better than the rest. Take me home to the banks of the River Tyne. There we go.
Brilliant, really brilliant. And I need to memorize it, but I'm not a singer, as I'm a listener.
Ah, that's good. You just listen.
So you prove now you are not a Macans, you are Newcastle.
No, never be a Macam.
See?
Never be a Macam.
Brilliant,
Couldn't-
brilliant. I really love it. Really love it. Take me home to the banks of the River Tyne. See, even down Henry singing with us.
Thank you very much. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing that the way the song's been, Newcastle supporters and stuff. It's just incredible. It's absolutely incredible.
It was an honor. We have you out for surprise tonight, Turner. We're really glad, and thank you again for the lovely team you gift us to use in the program. Last word to the Saudi Newcastle fans.
To all the Saudi Newcastle fans, come and enjoy Newcastle, enjoy the times ahead, and thank you for giving us such an amazing opportunity to make our dreams come true. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night. Have a nice evening.
Thank you.
Take me home.